guys see that also? The
Hmm.
buffering?
Yes,
Oh
that's
wow. They're trying to not
Love, love, love. Love, love, love. Love, love, love. I love with you.
Hey, what's going on? What's going on? You guys were listening to the beautiful NeQuasia, the one with the baby face and the lungs that sound like she has been here before.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Awesome.
Hi.
Hi, NeQuasia. Thank you, everybody, for joining us for another episode of Think and Grow with Vet Green. And we have NeQuasia in the house tonight, along with the Overlooked Joker.
No doubt. No doubt. How y'all doing this morning, this afternoon, this
Right,
evening?
right.
I'm so used to being doing the morning show. Like we saying
Look,
good
you
morning.
got you got
It's all
so
right.
much
It's
going
morning
on.
in China. You might have somebody in China listening.
Yep, that's a
That's right.
fact.
That's right.
That's a
That's
fact
right.
right there.
Thank you guys for having me. Yvette, you're like an auntie to me. Like I love seeing you. I love seeing you on your social media. Like you make me smile. Like sometimes you're like my first person that pops up. And I was like,
Oh,
I just want to say that. Like I love you. I like
oh,
your whole
Laquasia, thank
energy,
you
aura,
so
everything.
much. Oh my God, are you kidding me? I love your energy. I was like, because I do my research and stuff, and I'm watching your videos and I'm watching the interviews, and I'm like, look at her, like you are just so bubbly, and I can tell like you are so in tune with Nequasia. So we're gonna hop right into it, Nequasia. Where did you come from? Like, and you are so in tune with you, like you are not afraid to just shine, and that's what grabbed me as I was doing my research and just watching you on, the different interviews that you've done and watching your videos is that like you have no problem just being Equasia. So where is that coming from? All of this energy and this like unapologetically just I'm gonna be me.
It's a Scorpio thing. It's a Scorpio. No, I was
Oh,
playing. No, I was playing. No, I just embrace myself. I'm originally from Brooklyn, but then I was raised down south, and like everywhere I went, like every time my mom moved, it was like basically trying to, be who you are and like make new friends and things like that. So I just was like in tune with just being who I was, and then that makes me get more new friends and things like that. So that's where that comes from, like just me moving all the time. So I always say that like I was an army brat without being in the army because my mom was
ah,
always moving.
oh,
So that's where it comes from, and then like I just took on music to be on another edition of making um my own identity of who I am.
and what's going on the Evening Rush Network? What's going on? So I
That's
don't
my
want to.
team.
Yes, it is. I love Don over there at the Evening Rush. So I don't want to inundate you with too many questions yet. So let's just start a little bit. Like, how was your weekend?
My weekend has been great. It's been awesome. I've just been working. I'm a program director, like on the side. So I love working with the kids.
Okay.
And well, I don't work with them full time. I work with staff. I have staff and everything. But it's really fun. So my week has been like just chill though. Like I have a great staff. They do what they're supposed to do. I could probably fly out. Y'all can fly me out, and they can do what they're supposed to do. And I come back. Staff is great.
I love it. I love it. I love it. And I love the fact that not only are you a singer-songwriter, a beautiful singer-songwriter, but you
Yeah.
also have your master's degree. Okay.
Yes, I
What?
Awesome.
do. Yes,
What?
I do. Mom
That's
was not
Awesome.
playing.
beautiful. I know that's right, Mama. I know that's right. You have your master's degree in music?
Yes, I have my bachelor's,
Oh,
my BA. HBCU is Claflin University, and
Okay.
then I went
Okay.
to Bowling Green State University for my master's.
oh, how was that experience as you were maneuvering through school and trying to launch your music career?
You froze up a little bit right there. You froze up a little bit
Oh.
right there. You got to
So
excuse StreamYard.
Trying to not let us be great tonight.
exactly, we're gonna be great regardless.
Anyway,
Regardless.
Right.
Equasia, that's
Right.
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 That's right.
So my mom, like I said, my mom, I give my thanks to my mom all the time because I did not want to go to, I didn't want to go straight to school. I just wanted to go straight into the music industry. And she was like, no, we're not doing that. You're going to go to school so you can always have something to fall back on. So anything that
Shout
I
out
ever
to
do,
mom.
I will always be within music. So the music industry, I'm going to also be a teacher. Like I love to teach how to sing and things like that. So that's, and I love to develop entertainers as well. So I can do it all. Um, but I went to school. I went to Claflin University, and it was like a different feel, a different vibe because I was around like all black people at, like forever. It was something new, it wasn't
Hmm.
like diverse like New York and things like that. So it was fun. You started to that I feel like college kind of also develops who you are as well. You start to see this is who I am, this is who I'm not. I don't like this, I don't like that. So that was more so fun.
Hmm.
Um, and that's when I really started to take like my R&B very seriously. So I was doing classical music. I was training classically, but then I was also doing R&B. Now I went to my master's program. My master's teacher, she told me to not sing R&B at all. She said, you have to focus
Oh.
strictly on classical training.
Oh,
So
that
for
was to
two
stretch
years,
and challenge you to get you
ooh,
out that box.
listen, I was so hurt. I was crying because I know Phyllis Hyman was upset with me because that's my girl. Um, but she told me for 2 years, do not sing R&B. I know that's something you love, but no, we're not gonna do that. We're gonna make sure we're classically trained. So that was one of my challenges within doing my R&B career with making sure I go to college. So I've had like a couple of challenges up and down, but then I also had some glows. So it was great.
Yeah, the challenges brought you to a place where I think your voice is just like, oh my God. So my first thought when I was listening to you was, damn, she sounds like Mary J. Blige. And then I was like, a little bit like K. Michelle. And for me, K. Michelle is like my ghetto Mary J. Blige. But I
I
love,
love
those are
her.
my two favorite,
Hmm.
artists. They really are. But your voice, and it's the control that you have over your voice. And I heard you say during one of the interviews that you were glad that you did go to school for music
Hmm.
because it allowed you to
Did she freeze up?
She frees up on us. Yeah.
understanding of using your voice as a tool. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we hear you. You freezing up a little bit, but
Oh my
we catching
goodness.
on.
It's
Okay.
okay. You're still
Oh,
great. You're still great.
thank you,
Still
sweetheart.
good.
Thank you. So
Yeah,
are you.
you
So I
still the
was
queen. You still
saying,
the queen.
yeah, thank you. Thank you so much, bro. So I was saying that in one of the interviews that I saw that you did, you had stated that you were glad that you went to school for music because it allowed you to gain better control over your voice, and it you also understand that your voice is like a tool. So talk
Hmm.
to us about that. Talk to us about that overstanding that you have now.
Yeah, so your voice is basically your instrument. So as saxophonists, they have their saxophone is their instrument. Guitars, and they get to put their instrument away. Your instrument, your voice, you can't put it away. You got to make sure that you're making sure that you're maintaining it at all times. So whether it's eating healthy, um, basically taking care of your body, which we all should be doing anyway. But
Right.
when you're a singer, you have to do it 9 times out of 10, like a whole, like every day. You got to take care of your body because you start to learn, especially when you go to school for voice training. You're learning everything about your body. So you're learning the trachea, the vocal cords, and how important they are because you can actually get like nodules on your vocal cords if you're screaming. You have to talk like in a high voice, instead of, sometimes, like us New Yorkers, like we like to talk like in a deep voice, right? But it's good to talk in a high voice so you're not messing up your vocal cords. Your vocal cords, you want it to keep smooth and everything. So you start
Mm.
to notice that your voice is a tool and you use your diaphragm instead of using your throat. Like when you're singing, you're not using your throat or your chest. Nothing should be moving here. Everything should come from your muscle, the diaphragm. So you start to
Mm.
learn different things about your body, and you're able to control like how your voice comes out, like whatever notes come out. You can say, okay, no, the reason why, like, sometimes you might hear somebody you say that they screeched or something, right? They only screeched because they didn't have enough air. So you just start to
Mm.
learn different things, and you understand why that person sung that way, or it's really cool. Like if you really get in the depth of the vocal world, you'll understand, like, okay, this is why I sound like that. I always say everybody can sing. You just have to learn how to.
Mm. It,
Oh,
it
okay.
gives a
It's a
different,
science
yeah.
behind it.
It
Yeah,
seems
it
like
really
it, right?
is. It
Okay.
really is.
Okay. I remember Kelly Clarkson was talking about that in The Voice. She was talking to one of the singers that was one of the contestants, and she was saying, and she was training them how to sing like that because she went to school for it too. And now it makes sense hearing it from you and what Kelly Clarkson was saying, and then she started singing too, and then it's like the whole sound on the TV screen was very loud. That was like in HD, so and surround sound. So it was kind of crazy. So it was like, yeah, it makes a lot of sense though.
Hmm.
Is there anything that you had to give up just to make sure that you take care of this voice? Something that you had to give up, and it's like, oh, I hate to have to give that up, but my voice is so important.
I had to give up. I want to say I had to like learn how to eat correctly, like my nutrition and things like that. So eating sloppy. When you're younger, like in your teens, you feel like you can eat anything. But that's not true. There's certain things that, messes with your, nodules or your glands. So it's just basically just like making sure that you eat right. But once you start to eat right, it's kind of like a good discipline, because then
Mhm.
everything that you eat is really good for you. And it also, like, notice that, oh, you notice that, like, once you change your diet, like,
Mhm.
certain things in your body is naturally, it happens naturally, it comes out, and it's like more easier now. Like, nothing feels like a burden. Like, if we're eating chips all the time, or a lot of burgers all the time, a lot of, like, I don't eat meat anymore, so I cut out meat as well. So, different
Mhm.
things. You just started to notice that you have more energy in your body, and like your especially with me, like my voice, like everything is, it changes, it's different. And then also the older you get too, like, you your voice gets better as well.
Yeah, I can definitely hear the control and the way you belt out. It sounds like you've been here before, NeQuasia. Like, man, so you began singing around 10 years old. Is that when
Hmm.
it hit you?
That's when I started to take it very seriously. Um, I was singing like before, like probably when I was a kid, and my mom would just be like, "Shut up" all the time. Like, she'd be like, "Be quiet, like, shut
Were
up." I
you
can't,
one of those kids
I was one
running
of those
around the house
kids.
singing?
Every day we would watch BET. That was our show. Like, we're learning all the steps and everything. So, um, I started young, but I didn't. I was very shy. Like, I was very, very shy. And then, like, my first. That's why I said 10 years old, was because that's when I first moved down south. And when I moved down south, I was like, you know what? I want to do something. And they had their first. They were doing their first play, and it was called Oliver. Everybody knows Oliver Twist,
Mm-hmm.
and I was Oliver. I sung for the audition, and 10 years old, I was Oliver Twist. And it
Wow.
was so crazy because New York doesn't do like the racism. So down south was like racism that I had felt. That was like
Experience.
my, right. Like, one of the teachers, she was just like, basically saying that I couldn't do it because I was black. And my
Mm.
mom made sure I stayed up every night, and we practiced every night. We practiced the songs, we practiced the words, everything. And at the end of the concert, the lady came to me and she said, "You did a good job." So it was like, yeah,
Wow. Well, man, wait till you see her now, okay?
That's right.
exactly.
Wait till you see her now. So we're gonna get into one of your songs, Nequasia. My favorite song is "Broken." I mean, what? I'm
Mm.
like, where did she get all of this from? I don't want to play that yet. Well, yeah,
Okay.
let's go ahead and play. You want? Is "Broken" ready? The Joker?
And I don't have broken. I have
Okay.
Love with You. I never
Love with you.
got
And
the
that's the
broken.
newest one. Okay.
Yeah, I got
So,
the newest one.
Niquasia, go
Yeah.
ahead and introduce the newest one that you have. And we're going to get to
So
it.
here is my new single. It is out on all music streaming platforms. Love with You.
Hey, if y'all out there, come on and jam with us. Ooh, sing it, Niquasia.
Love,
Love, love, love. Love, 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 love. I love with you.
Look, I can't sing like Niquasia, but
It's what you do to me, baby. I love the way you drive me crazy. It's what you do to me, baby. I love with you. You keep me so damn happy. You are my sunshine in the rain. You keep me so damn happy. I love with you. Love, 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 love. Love, love, love. Love, love, love. I love with you.
Awesome.
Love, love, love,
shout out to Niquasia.
love,
Make sure
love,
y'all are streaming her music on all platforms.
love with you. So brand new, you wanna marry you, marry you. So brand new, hey, I love with
And thank you
you.
for everybody that's watching right now. Give Niquasia some
Me
love in the
and
chat.
you, all of you, I promise to stay true. Give me all of you. I
Listen to that
love with you.
voice.
Love, 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 love. Love, 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 love. I love with you.
Ooh, Niquasia, I think you in my top 5 for R&B artists. Oh my goodness.
hey,
Hey.
Love, love, love. I
love with you.
And you're not afraid to sing on the spot. Hey, big shout out to Catch 716. That's right. Give our girl some love out there, y'all. Give Niquasia some love in the comments.
love with you. Mine forever. You keep me so damn
Ooh, let her sing that
happy.
last part, the Joker. Let her
Time
sing that last part.
forever.
I love
I love with you.
Woo!
Hey, like, it's so great.
You said check my inbox. I ain't seen it in the inbox. You gonna
Man.
send me the track. You gonna send me the track. You send me the track. In
And we
the
can
email,
play
in
it
the
after
Grind City
break.
email, man. I play that joint. Uh,
Man, Niquasia.
yeah, I definitely.
Yes.
Where do you get all of that experience from to talk so candidly about love like you've been on this earth for 50 years? Like, man, where is that coming from? You would think that you were so much older. Listen, and make sure if you guys are listening right now that you go out and listen to Equations. If you are looking for R&B, you want to bring it back. You've been looking for that sound that we had and that baby making sound. I'm telling you, go out and stream Equations music. She has such a beautiful voice, such a beautiful
Thank
voice.
you.
Where is this coming from? Where do you get the words to conjure up to make it seem like this is all something that you've gone through? Like, where is it coming from?
Well, most of it is what I've been through, or what I've seen like my mom go through or my friends go through. You don't want to, like, especially with broken, like what you say that was your favorite song.
Yes.
At first, like Broken is what I started when I was, I want to say in high school. I started the song, but I never completed it. And then after college is once I completed it. So I feel like, you have to go through something in order to complete it, which is why it took me so long to finish Broken. So I did go through like a trauma with, like, of course, knuckleheads, you
Oh
go
yeah.
through it, and then, you understand, like, the reason why for Broken for me was like my therapy. Like some people's therapy, they have to get up under somebody new, or no, me, I have to go straight to my music. So I felt like that was my therapy in order to like just let go, and also help somebody else that's probably going through like mental abuse, or
Mhm.
verbal abuse, domestic abuse, anything. So I feel like that's where Broken is for me. Like we've seen it a lot, especially in our culture. Like we see it a lot, and it's not talked about. I mean, I feel like everybody's becoming aware, but
Wow.
we have to talk
Hmm.
about it like constantly because it's really, really sad. So I feel like Broken is like very dominant because I don't want to say, I say I love him so much because it was a him that I was going through, but I feel like guys go through it too. Like, so it can,
Absolutely.
especially a lot of guys, and they don't speak up because they feel embarrassed because it's a girl hitting them, or, it's very weird. But,
Yeah.
you go through all of that, and I just felt like I needed to put it on paper and just express myself, because it was just, you don't want to keep it in. And so once I let it go and I let it out, and then I put it out, everybody was like, listen, this is what I'm going through too. So it was like a
Right.
book club, like it was like, oh
It's
yeah.
such a
So
beautiful song. So we're
thank you.
definitely going to get into it after we come from break. So we're going to go to break, pay some of these bills. Make sure you check out my bro. Overlook Joker has a new body of work coming out this weekend. So we're just going to go to break real quick and make sure you come back. Check us out. And while we're on break, make sure you are streaming NeQuasia's new song. Introduce your new song. Let everybody know.
Yeah, no
Love
doubt.
with you. It's out on all music streaming platforms. Go get it. Go get it.
Yeah, and you can pick up
And
Shattered also, which we're going to talk
Yes.
about on our when we come back.
no
All
doubt.
right.
You gon' like this one, DJ Flipside. Yeah. Don't provoke me if you know I have a temper. Never have a side chick, only if you pepper. Up in the woods, the hood with no camper. The whole crew full of shit, just like a pamper. Sweet well, smoking the air with no get back. Mad working Avery Park in my backpack. Po driving through, now that's a fearsome. Pager go off, get off to have a threesome. The booty like a fruit basket to bust a cherry. New fight, chicks to choose up in the Perry. Re-up work real quick on each ferry. The block was my girl indeed to get married. So scary. One man dude to grind alone. South Park getting dark in front of car bones. No cell phone. Backseat sweet getting mad on. Mindset catching wreck. Bringing in coupons. No internet yet to sweat. So fuck it download. I reload the blunt. Don't front just to get high.
Yeah,
I hear
yeah,
that lyrical word play up in there.
That was smooth.
yeah.
Right, right,
That
right.
joint dropped tomorrow midnight. The
That's
whole
what's
album.
up. That's
Yeah,
what's
yeah,
up. Well,
yeah. We can go
welcome
ahead and
back, everybody.
play
That
that
was just
broken. I got that broken now. I finally got it. I got it.
oh,
You got a
okay,
good
cool.
management team. They work quick.
Right, right. Big shout out to Don over at the Evening Rush while he's
Yes.
multitasking here. Okay.
The best. Thank you,
Go ahead and
Don.
introduce the new one. Well, not the new one because this. Okay. Well, before we get into the song, Equation, talk to us
Yes.
about Broken. You already said that. Just I heard the story in other interviews that it's taken a while, right? You had to
Hmm.
actually go through something, and I just want to highlight that to let people know that sometimes you can't write the song that day, right?
Right.
Sometimes it does take a little while. So some people just give up because they think that it's supposed to go in the microwave and come right out. But
Of course not. Like there's still songs that I have written and I haven't, they're not completed fully.
mhm,
But then you can come back and then you have like a different ear. You can hear something else. So I like to say, like, if you can't, like, don't force it, because if you force it, it's not gonna come out great like it, like it has been. Like, you just, and people gonna know, like, it's not genuine. It's not, you know, they're not gonna want to listen to it. So, it just took me a minute to write Broken, and I feel like because I had to go through a situation in order to feel that hurt, in order for me to portray, that pain. So, once I finished Broken, I didn't know what to do with it yet. I just, I put it aside, and I stopped doing music for, like, I want to say, like, a year or two. And I just was like, I don't know why. I just didn't feel like putting anything out. And
Mm-hmm.
then I want to say, like, this was like kind of before COVID. I I want to say it was like 2018, 2019. I was like, okay, I'm ready to write. Like, I'm ready to write again, because I'm always writing. But that particular time, I just stopped writing. I stopped doing music. I was like, let me focus on life and things like that. And I was like, but once I got back in, I was like, why did I stop? Because you have to put your testimony out there. So it was, once I finished Broken was finished, but the other songs were easy to come along, because I was like, I can actually tell a storyline, you
You
know?
did.
So
Mm-hmm.
that's why Shattered is called Shattered, because I was shattered, but I wasn't broken. I was hurt, but I put myself back together. And I feel like that whole album is basically about healing. It's who I am and how I got through the healing. So that's why you have no regrets when, I talk about, I went through everything, but God got me through. And that's
Mm-hmm.
the one person that I turn to. But
Yes.
I don't regret anything that happened to me, because it made me who I am today, and it made me a stronger person. And then I go into then Crazy starts with showing you where I was with this person. Like, I was crazy about this person. And most of the time you're crazy about somebody. You're like, why am I crazy about this person? And also, I love Crazy because Crazy is like a rendition of the country song Patsy Cline, Crazy. So
Mm.
I love that song, and it's a cappella. So I don't have a beat behind it. And then it goes into Broken. Like, now I understand why I'm crazy for this person. This person really didn't love me, and I love them. And you just start to just unravel. And then, like, once you get out of that craziness, then you're like, you know what, do you? That's why I got the bad bees. Go with
I
them. You don't
love
even
them
gotta
Abby.
don't bother me. Go with them. And then you go to Never Really Mattered. Never Really Mattered is when you just you start to, like, have, like, different flings or whatever. Just going on little dates. Not really intimate with that person. You're just you're talking to that person, but you really find out that they're not that match for you. You're just trying to just leave the person who you was with in the past. And then you go to Nobody, and you find that right person. And Nobody is really good for me and DJ Love, because now you're happy, you're out of it. You wasn't broken, but you were shattered, and now you can put that glass back together again. So that's why Love With You is like the best time to come out. One, because Valentine's Day is coming up, of course, but then two is like coming out of Shattered. Like, I'm not shattered no more. I'm love, regardless if it's love with your mom, your dad, your whoever, your significant other, your love. I love with you regardless, because you respect me. You treat me the way I need to be treated. So there we have with Shattered.
Oh my goodness. You got, oh, NeQuasia, NeQuasia, NeQuasia.
Awesome.
Let's get into Broken, and then we'll
No
be
doubt.
right back.
So here we go.
Oh, I can't cry up here.
Still in love this morning.
You are listening
And
to
then
NeQuasia. This is
You'll
Broken.
need me eventually.
like a satisfied darling,
But it's
but
not
it's not me.
love's a memory. I
Cause
love
I
him so
love him
much,
so
but
much,
it treats me badly. I can't
I
let
can't
go,
let you
cause I
go.
know he needs me. They tell
They
me that
tell me that
I must be crazy to fall
I
in love,
fall in love,
fall in
fall in
love.
love.
I can find another,
What a God, 'cause I'm still in love, still in love with you.
You broke me.
You took my soul,
She fire, isn't she, Cat?
can't take no more.
Let her sing it. Let her sing it,
Sad to
bro.
say, but I gotta leave. Still in love, but it's not me. Just emptiness and memories. You and me eventually, but I gotta leave. But it's not me.
You are listening to
No,
NeQuasia,
no,
y'all.
no, baby, you don't love me, but what do I do? My heart's still yearning for you, but all you wanna do is abuse me mentally. Should I stay or should I go? Tell me so. That hurts my soul, but I keep opening up that door when you took my soul.
Ooh, go on and sing it a cappella. Go on and sing it a cappella,
Can't
NeQuasia.
take no more. Sad to say, but I gotta leave. Still in love, but it's not me. Just emptiness and memories.
Keep going.
Ooh, y'all go first.
Eventually,
Go ahead.
sad to
Acapella.
say, but I gotta leave. Still in love, but it's not me. Just emptiness and memories.
Ooh, somebody gonna make a baby tonight listening to that.
I love it. You guys are
Play
so
with
great.
NeQuasia.
Yeah,
What?
that's fire. I love that. That's a powerful joint.
Man.
That's a
Man,
powerful joint right
NeQuasia.
there,
Thank you. Thank you.
Man,
man.
Queen, you got it. You got it. I just pray that everything that you got into you, that the world can see it. I really do. Because man, when you got chops like that, and you are so young, and not to keep harping on your age, it's just that sometimes, when people make music, they make it from a place that's not authentic.
Mhm.
Hmm.
And listening to your music, not only is it authentic, it's like, man, like you have gone through some things, and like you said, you've seen other people go through some things, and you were able to take all of that raw emotion, put it on paper, and add some beats to it, and look at the beauty that came because of it. Man, that's one
Yeah.
of the most beautiful songs that I've heard in a very, very long time. It truly is. And
It
because
Thank
is.
you
you.
made it a few years ago, and like it's still so relevant, especially for me, and I'm
Mhm.
sure there's plenty of people out there that's listening to. Make sure you guys again go out and stream Broken. What is Shattered? That's the name of the body of
The
work, right?
album.
Shattered, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, the
Mhm.
album. And now you have a new EP out. But Shattered is still so, and not to take away from your new EP, it's just like, man, it's still so relevant. And how many years ago did you put Shattered out?
Shattered. I put out 2020, so not
2020.
that long. Yeah, it's 3 years old. It just
Yeah,
turned
Wow.
3.
yeah,
Wow.
Mhm.
no doubt.
Wow.
It was
I
so crazy because good thing I did it before COVID, like before the whole everybody shut down, and then
mhm.
once because I did the whole release party and all of that. I did a release party in South Carolina. I did a release party in New York, and then March everybody was like, okay, shut down. But then for me, it was good because like everybody was doing like online stuff. So like Shatter was going, like it was like, okay, and it was a good thing because everybody's sitting down and they have nothing but to listen to music. So yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I broke a lot of records during the pandemic. I had the Blog Talk Radio, and I was breaking. I had like over 70K listeners on my radio show before I was on
Wow.
504. and they was tuning
Mm,
in. I broke a lot of indie artists like Caleb Bishop and a lot of R&B singers. It was like it was an amazing place at that time to
yeah.
and it taught people that you need these platforms too. So a lot of people that was in the game that was celebrities that had record labels doing it for them. They even had to learn
Hmm.
how to do it. It was like, wow, this platform is powerful. What is we doing? And then everybody had to step their game up, And yeah, so
Mhm.
that was a good thing. So I'm pretty sure that you got a lot of streams that year.
I did. I did. It was awesome.
That's
How do, how does it
powerful.
feel now with so your career is taking off, and you are definitely going to, you know, reach as long as you continue to put in the work, Nequasia, you are definitely going to, you know, blow all of the ceilings out that may be there right now because your voice speaks for itself with or without a beat behind it. You still sound so beautiful, and
Mm,
you
yeah.
don't hear that a lot. You hear a lot of what is that? The Joker when
Auto
they put
tune.
the auto
Auto tune.
tunes.
Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah,
Yeah, you hear a lot of that these days. So you don't even know for sure if that person can really sing, you know. And
Yeah.
so who's one of your favorite artists? And I think I know this because I listen to your video. So who's your favorite artist and why?
Okay, so back in the day, like, I love to do like little, because I love music all around. But my top R&B artist is Phyllis Hyman. I love
Oh,
her. Um,
oh,
rest in
so
peace. That's my girl. And then it dwindles. Of course, you hear like other inspiration. Like I love like all the old school artists, like Anita Baker. I love who else? Mary J. Blige. I love Faith Evans. If I can name them all, I can name them all. If you say, "Oh," a lot of people get on me all the time because I'll be like, "Oh, this is my song," and they be like, "You say every song is yours." I'm like, "Yeah, because it's
me
so
too, because
good.
it's so
It's
good,
so
right?
good." Like, oh my
He
gosh,
said
like I
you gotta
love
have one.
it. Like Babyface, Tony Braxton, like it's just like
yeah.
amazing. Like you just in awe. But I feel like today, like you said, I love K Michelle. I love her.
Yeah, you definitely remind me of
And
K Michelle.
I love like I guess today I love listening to her. I love
Yeah.
Jasmine Sullivan.
I love me some her.
Um
Her is
yeah,
so
like
good.
and it's more I feel like I look deeper than just the voice. Like I look at your whole like the whole package, right? Like and
Yeah.
then like how you're singing, different things cuz when I'm listening to somebody I'm like, "Oh, that note kind of just like killed me," or like I'm listening to everything. Like I'm just not
Yep.
listening to the musicality. Like it's just dope for me. Like you
Like a
said before, it's a
schooling.
science. It's like,
Yeah,
oh my
Right.
gosh,
Right.
like, oh, she hit that note. Like, oh my
Yeah.
gosh, she did that.
yeah.
So I love that. I respect Beyonce. She's not like my top, which everybody always thinks. Like, I'm like, nah, I respect her. I respect her
Business
grind,
aspect.
her
Yeah.
business aspect. I love watching her. But she's
Hmm.
she's not like my top. Like I look at other people as my top. So Phyllis
Yeah.
Hyman, K Michelle, Mary J, like all of them. Like I love everybody. Like,
Who who
there's not
who's
really
who's in your playlist right now? Who are you listening to right now? Male or
me.
female? You.
Nah, it's
I
my
know that's right. You better speak on it.
Hmm.
um who is in my playlist? All My Life, Mary J. That's that whole album, All
Yes,
My
my
Life.
life. Yes.
Um uh who else is in my playlist?
Who
I
motivates you if you want to be motivated? Who are you listening to? Or some inspiration?
Anita Baker is my inspiration. I
Mm,
love her alto voice. And I like how she goes in different tones and things like that. Like her timbre is like awesome. Like it's like soothing. So um when I'm listening to like when I'm practicing, when I'm rehearsing, I try to, you know, most of her songs, yes. Um I want to say a lot of people like, oh, Denise Williams. I love Denise Williams. Silly of Me. Um, I sung that like at the Apollo, and that was really fun. Um, a lot of people, but really those people just stand out to me right now, like that I'm thinking. But I'm telling you, I love everybody. I'll be like, oh yeah, ooh, that's my song too. Like if you say something, I'm like, oh yeah,
That's
yeah.
just
Right.
what has been. Oh, Joker, did you want to say something?
Oh no, no, mm,
Oh,
mm.
okay. Well,
Nah, I'm enjoying the conversation.
so since beginning your career and being challenged in different areas, whether it's school or in your career itself, what can you say has been the most memorable moment that you've had thus far?
The most memorable moment that I've had thus far has been, and I always say it first, but I haven't said it first here, was Steve Harvey. Steve Harvey said I can sing. That's my most memorable.
Yeah.
I was I auditioned for the Hoodie Awards and I made it to the second round, but I didn't make it to the third round. A guy from Texas beat us, beat like us three girls. But I was on the radio show. I called in and
Mhm.
everybody had to sing and introduce themselves and then sing a song. So
Mhm.
I sung One Night Only by the Dream Girls, and he was like, oh, she can sing. I was like, yeah, that's my memorable moment.
Big shout out to Johnny Storm from 716 Live Studio.
Yeah.
Thank you for tuning in, Jay. I appreciate you so much. He's the owner and CEO of 716 Live. So, Johnny,
Hey.
yeah, he had some work to do. So, thank you everybody for tuning in and supporting Equation. And make sure you are streaming her music on all platforms. I'm telling you, you will not be disappointed, especially if you're looking for some nice R&B. Like I had sent the song. I always send music to my kids so they can listen to it. And my daughter messaged me back, and she's like, "Dang, ma, I feel like I should be sitting on a Chase Lounge with a glass of wine." I'm like, "I know, right?
Yeah.
Get
Beautiful,
that
beautiful."
wine,
Right.
Moscato.
Sun Goddess by Mary J. Blige. So what's next for Nequasia?
I
What's
love
coming up
it.
for
You
you
guys
this
are
summer?
so great.
What's next for me? The Evening Rush Entertainment is doing they're doing their thing. Like this is my team. Like they've been working hard. We're really just like pushing Love with You because that's like that just came out like this year, like well going into the year. So it's really just like making moves like within just a month. Like, we it's not even we haven't even made it to a month yet. I want to say like next week will be a month.
Okay.
Um so we've been like really just pushing that. We're working on the getting the video soon, so you'll be seeing a video with Love with You. Hopefully you guys can come out and enjoy yourselves because we
Yes.
just
I
want
just
we
had
want it to be
crazy
like a
deja
fun
vu.
video. Yes, we
Hmm.
want it to be a fun video. Everybody come out, especially with your loved ones. Like just want it to be a dope video.
Yes.
And then also I'm working on a album because I just had that single put out, so now I'm working on the album. And then I already have other songs lined up ready, but I've been holding on to the fire. And then
Yeah.
soon you guys will get some more.
Oh, I'm so
Yes.
excited for you.
And then I
That's
have a
a
show this weekend. I have a show, a black tie a charity event. And then also February 11th, I have my single release. It's going to be in Brooklyn. So hopefully you
is
guys can
it?
come out to that too. Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
Hmm.
man, that'll be dope. That would be dope. That
Yeah.
would be so dope. So what what else is going on in Equation's life? Are you dating?
I am dating. I'm in a
Awesome.
relationship. It's like awesome. Um, it's awesome. Like it's like this is the smoothest ever. Like it's no issues, no nothing. It's just like really, real kitty, like really high schoolish. Like it's really
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
Does it
Yeah,
feel like it's because you've found more of who Nequasia is and you're okay with her? Like one of the songs you have,
definitely.
yeah, talks about
Hmm.
that finding yourself.
Yes, definitely. I was out of relationship for like 3 years, three going on, 4. Like I was like, nah, I'm not dating, no nothing. Like, just being in love with yourself and making sure that when the next person comes on along, like you can't play with me. Like we're not doing that.
Yes.
Um,
Right.
so
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
it's and I would say like the single life is really fun because you really get to find out who you are, what you like, what you don't like. And like my mom always says, like, make a list. Like, this is what I like, this is what I don't like. So, when you go into the next relationship, if you do, that person knows your boundaries. And, that's what I love about, being able to date now because it's still fresh and still new, but that person knows my boundaries. Like you can't you know, surpass that.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like another person who has hurt you before, that person that hurt you before, this new person can't because you have already been through that. If they hurt you
Mm-hmm.
again, then that's on you. So
That's right.
Was,
That's right. That's a
yeah.
fact.
Was that challenging establishing boundaries? That's something that I'm still working on. Establishing
yes,
boundaries.
it's
Yeah.
challenging because we're so nice. Oh my gosh. You don't want to hurt somebody's feelings, but then you're like,
Right.
dang, they hurt my feelings. So,
And it's like I should
I'm
get them back, and it's like no.
exactly like, so it is. And I feel like even outside of like, even with friendships, it's hard to establish a boundary, but we have to do that for ourselves because, if we're doing that for ourselves, we know that another person can learn from it, or we're protecting our peace, we're protecting our sanity. So I feel like it's very important when it comes to family members, like it comes to every and anybody, like for us to set boundaries. So especially with a relationship, it's hard to, but we need it. Oh gosh, we need it.
I
Yeah. Yep.
agree. I agree. Are the plans to stay in New York or stay down south? What's the plans as far as your music career? Or have you even thought that far?
I mean, I've been thinking, like, I've been in New York for a very, very long time. Like, I've been in New York for like 8 years now. Yeah, 8 years. And I've just been like, I don't know, like, I feel like maybe the move to Atlanta is like next. I don't know. Like,
Hmm.
I just want a different scenery and I could just
Hmm.
fly back to New York, but I don't know
Hmm.
yet. So, you guys will see soon.
Definitely looking
I hope
forward.
you guys will travel with me soon.
Yeah, I was just about to say, any travel dates coming up? You should come to Buffalo. I keep telling Don and them come to Buffalo, especially you
Let
get to
me
see
let
your
me whisper
sister
in
there.
his ear. Let me
Come
tell
on,
him. Let me
Don.
tell him.
Yeah,
You
come on to
know, everything's set
Buffalo.
up for them, everybody to come for the 716 Music Awards. So, I'll be
When
here.
is
I'll be in
that?
Buffalo
When is
in
that?
July.
July
Yeah,
sometime,
I'll
right?
be in Buffalo in July.
Okay. Oh, I would definitely love that. I would love to come.
And
You
it's
might be
so
nominated.
yeah, we're definitely going to help get those tracks out there. So you'll definitely get some spins on 716 Live Radio. I believe Don sent the MP3 over to us. I'll check to see. If not,
Okay.
Don, if you're still out there, if you can get that over, and you'll definitely get some spins
Well,
from
I got broken now, so I'm put that on my
Thank
rotation
you.
with the
yeah.
love with you. So you're gonna have two tracks on rotation on 514 Online Mix Radio. So once the female team hear that, yeah, they definitely going to put that on their playlist like they're doing with the love with you. So yeah, definitely.
So
And
tell
and also
everybody how.
514 Online Mix Radio is out of Montreal, Canada.
Okay.
Out of Montreal, yeah,
Awesome.
yeah.
Yeah,
So you out there in Canada, flossing right now.
Tell everybody how they can support you, NeQuasia. Where can they find you, and how can we support you as an artist?
Well, I just like commentary. Like I love comments. I love, shares and likes and all of that. You can find me Nequasia everywhere. NeQuasia. I am, if I'm not the only Nequasia, I am the oldest Nequasia. Like I'm the first. So
Beautiful name.
but yes, you can find me in Nequasia everywhere. I have a website, www.nequasiasings.com. And yeah, everything Nequasia. So, and the way you can support me, I have songs coming out. You can share, like it, love it, comment. And I like to hear feedback. I'm a great person. I love hearing feedback. Even if you think it's bad, it's not bad for me because then I can always like fix and work myself. Like I always feel like there's more that I can do. I can always grow. So yeah.
You're not afraid of constructive criticism.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I went to school for it. I've cried there, so you're not gonna make me
Yeah,
cry now.
yes, sir. That's right. I look at it as opportunities for improvement. That's
Yeah.
all it
Exactly.
is. Don't take it
Hmm.
personal. Don't take
Yep.
it
Nope.
personal. And
That's
it
right.
what
That's
would
right.
you what would you like? Go ahead. Go ahead, the Joker.
No, just agreeing with everything. I love what you got going on. I love your brand. I love everything you got. I love your website too. Um,
Thank you.
but we definitely gonna talk a little bit. And I would love to help you market yourself to a whole nother wave because you deserve it. I think more people need to hear you more because you got something to say. Um, you definitely can teach the world, heal the world, and help young girls grow also just as much as young men. So, yeah, you definitely have a voice for the people. So, definitely.
Thank you.
I agree. What motivates you, Nequasia, before we go? What keeps you going? Because every day is not always peaches and creams, and you still have to
Right.
get up and do what you got to do. Your voice is beautiful, but there's still work that has to go with that. So what motivates you and keeps you going?
God, of course, motivates me and my family. God and my family is like number one.
Yeah.
Um, it does keep me moving and keep me growing. Like my like of course my family's in my ear, but then you always gotta take that Bible out and read it. Because people will test you. I try to be a Southern City Belle. That's my brand.
I
But
love
they
it.
will take me to Brooklyn. Like so.
Listen.
You gotta.
Oh yeah. Oh
Mhm.
yeah. What's your
Just
But I
Brooklyn
try
name?
to.
Brooklyn name ready to put the Vaseline
It's
on your face.
Nene. Nene
Okay.
gotta go. Like Nene
Yep,
is ready.
yep,
But Naquasia tries to calm
yep.
down Nene. So you know.
Right,
Oh, I
right.
get it.
So I love God and I love my family. Like they do keep me going, and they're so talented too. We all push each other. Like if you see us around each other, like a lot of people always talk about, they're like, "Yo, you guys are like amazing together." So yeah.
That's
Yeah, we
beautiful.
all have an other side. We have a name. Like you got Booby, and I
Booby,
got
show
the
do.
I got the '93 Franklin. I call it the '93, the '90s Franklin. You don't want '95 Franklin. You want '98 Franklin. You don't want '96. You don't want none of them '90s. You don't want none of that Franklin. That's a whole
Don't mess
different
with
smoke right
Franklin in
there.
the
You don't want
90s,
none of
huh?
that. Yeah.
Don't do
I
it.
get it.
Don't
I
do
try.
it.
I try to say Joker, Overlook MC. This is me. This the
But if
new
they
me.
test you, but if
This the
they
laid
test
back.
you,
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, just a laid back one. But you don't want the '93. Depends how mad I am. It's the years change. Depends. Some people want to try the '95 Franklin sometimes. Somebody want to try the '97 Franklin sometimes. And it's a 2001 too.
I ain't gonna hold you on that one. Huh? Yeah, yeah. Listen, Booby was just anything up to 2017. Just don't try her.
Mhm. Yep.
Don't try her. After 2018 and now you go get vet, but
Yeah.
2017 you go get Booby. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. You don't want none of the movie. You don't want none of that smoke.
You don't want the smoke.
Yeah.
So, Nequasia, I always
yes.
ask our guests to leave the listeners with one nugget, something, that they can take with them, some piece of advice or words of encouragement that you would like to provide to the
She frozen us again. See the devil don't
hear
want us
that?
to have it. The
I
devil don't want us to have
know,
it. I told you we was
right?
Hmm.
Don't want to let us be great, but this is going to be great anyways, and the
That's right.
viewership is going to be
Yeah. We
crazy.
already winning.
exactly.
We already winning. He better give up. We ain't gonna give up.
Okay,
Because
okay.
his hands are too short to fight with God. He don't want none of that smoke right there.
You like this?
He don't want none of
So
that smoke. So he better step off. We call God on him.
I'm telling you.
We got backup. You don't
Now,
know?
Nicole's about to leave us with some good nuggets. So just one piece of advice or some words of encouragement that you would like to leave our listeners with. And think about somebody that, may be wanting to get into the business or a little Niquasia. What would you say to that person?
I would always say, I think I say this to myself all the time. Always have fun. Don't take anything serious. Take your craft seriously, but don't take
Mhm.
anything serious. Just have fun with it. Enjoy yourselves. Keep smiling. The positive energy and everything will always follow.
I agree. I agree. Thank you so much, NeQuasia. What about you, the Joker? What piece of advice would you like to leave the listeners of Think and Grow with Vet Green with tonight?
Oh, yeah, just stay focused, stay prayed up. Uh, you know, stay vigilant at all times, and stay with a positive attitude, and stay away from negative people. That's no, I think that's
Yes.
everybody's weakness because sometimes we don't know
Hmm.
when somebody's have a negative vibe until you stay there for a while, and sometimes it's too late. You
Get
know what
them
I mean?
rubbed on.
Yeah.
Sometimes you got to pray before you go into certain places just to make sure you have a tunnel vision to where you got to go. So you don't have to worry about nothing that smoke or nothing like that. So I always try to be meditate and pray, especially me and my wife when we go places. We try to have a positive vibe before we go there because we never know what we're gonna run into because everybody might be going through something. Mental health is very
Hmm.
real. I take that very seriously, and at the same time, we got to know when that spirit come upon us so, to where we can deal with it to not just to protect us but also help.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I
I
like that.
agree. I agree. And I'm just going to piggyback off of what you said. Definitely remain focused. It can get challenging to remain focused when the world is going crazy around you. Your household may be going crazy. Your job may be. It can be a lot. But remain focused. Remain consistent. Take action in your life and make sure you are accountable for you. Because if we aren't accountable for us, that means we are not only giving our power away, but we leave our livelihood up to somebody else. I don't want to do that. I don't ever want to do that again. I think back to what my life was, and it's like, no, I don't ever want to give my power away like that again. So I am accountable
Mm.
for that. I am working on the things that my opportunities for improvement for this year, 2023. I know what those things are. I am not going to shy away from my own mess and I'm going to get it together. I
Yeah.
appreciate you both. I appreciate you, the Joker, for
Oh,
taking this
thank
on.
you.
I appreciate you, NeQuasia. I am
Yeah.
going to sit on my Chase Lounge with my cup of wine and
Mm.
listen to Shadow. Okay. After I
Thank
go
you
take
guys
care of
for
my mama.
having me. I really
Yeah,
enjoyed
I
it. It was
appreciate
amazing.
everybody. I appreciate both you guys. And keep doing your
Yes.
thing and stay focused and anytime you need me to Quaja, holler at me when you need some marketing tips and anything in that nature. I'm
Yes.
here.
I'll be watching too. I'll be watching. I'll be
Oh yeah,
watching.
Ah,
yeah. I'll
yes,
be I'll be, I'll be
ma'am.
definitely in my bag in that man. Especially artists that's talented like yourself. At least you're striving, but there's a lot of people out there that just don't know and they don't want to swallow their pride and get the help. But um,
Yeah. Or they
there's only
think things
one
are
way to
just supposed
do
to be
this.
handed to them. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's right. It's that's it right there in the equation.
yeah,
Hmm.
yeah.
That's it
So
right there.
definitely, no doubt.
So we're gonna end this. Go ahead and sing us out, Equation. Go ahead and sing us out with something.
Um, okay. Because I got from my kids. So here we go. I believe the children are our future. Teach them well and let them lead the way. Show them all the beauty they possess inside. Give them a sense of pride to make it easier. Let the children's laughter remind us how we used to be.
Yeah, that was
Ooh.
nice right there. That was nice. Yeah, that was
You
nice right
have
there.
just been injected by Nequasia,
Yeah,
okay? And we
yeah,
got the woo injection coming out
yeah, yeah,
this past
yeah,
weekend, bro. Go ahead and shout yourself out before we shut down.
yeah. It's
Shout
your boy the
out. My
Joker.
name is
Go ahead.
NeQuasia. NeQuasia. I'm with the Evening Rush Entertainment.
And let everybody know again where they can find and stream all of your music.
You can find and stream all my music on all music streaming platforms, Spotify, Tidal, Apple Music, wherever you got, it's there. And also, you can find me on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. I really don't be on Twitter, so don't mind Twitter. But all social platforms, I'm there. All you gotta type in is NeQuasia.
Okay. Thank you so much, NeQuasia. And thank you to the Evening Rush Network, Entertainment Network,
Yeah,
for uh, bringing NeQuasia to the forefront for us because
no
we
doubt.
wouldn't have, so appreciate you. And thank you, everyone, again, for tuning in for another episode of Think and Grow with Vet Green. We will be right back here next week, same day, same time, Wednesday and Thursday. Thank you so much. Love you, long life.
No doubt.